Well, hello everyone, my name is Lovesbuds. Welcome back to F1 2011 in career mode, and we are at round 16, South Korea, at Yeonggam, however you say it, for round 16. Only 4 races to go to the end of the season, and we have actually won the Drivers' Championship. If you saw my last video, I won in the wet in Japan. It was a pretty good race. Started in 13th, finished first. But now let's get down to the real business of winning Constructors' Championship if we can. What I'm about to do probably won't help, but hopefully it will stand me in good stead for practicing driving for the next F1 game in 2012, which comes out in like 4 weeks or so. So as you can see, my objectives are to finish first from pole, and light cloud, clear and clear. So no rain expected, so it should be a dry one. As you can see, 318 points to Mark Webber's 188. There's a battle for second going on, but for now we're heading straight into practice. And this is what my settings. The only difference is I had the traction control on full before, but now it is completely off. Everything else you can see there is how I have my settings. The only real assist I have is an automatic gearbox, which manual would be easier with a wheel rather than a controller pad. You need about six thumbs to be able to do the manual on the controller pad, but I think some people can do it quite easily. But not me, I need the flappy paddle gearbox that comes with the steering wheel. So, this is the best practice lap, lap 8. We're about 2 seconds off the pace at the minute. We should be able to improve. Webber is just behind in 8th. Our best so far is a 137.6. So we need to get a second or so off of that time. We go around turn 3. That can catch a lot of people out, especially after a long straight. It's such a tight turn. Not a big fan of this circuit, to be honest, but we seem to do quite well on it when we get the groove. Getting a nice rhythm around here. Ooh, edge off the curb a little bit. As you can see, I'm 1/10 down on buttons time so far. A little bit actually down on our own time. We've got a bit of traffic ahead. Used most of my curves up already. I think that was turn 10. I'm not sure. Sort of looks like it. In turn 11, there's this double sort of apex coming round to immediate right-hander. Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, I don't know where I am on the circuit. And I'm trying to follow it with a little map most of the time. This must be 15, and then that's 16 to go around some sort of half circle thing down to the little kink of 18 and across the start-finish line. So what is our time? 137.2. So far is 5th, and we finish in 7th overall. So Vettel sets fastest time for 136. Looking at the real life times, Mr. Vettel has the lap record around here of a 139.6, and to be going 3 seconds quicker in this game, obviously all you people out there who love your realism and simulations, that obviously can't be done. Shouldn't be done, or should I say. So hopefully they will address that in 2012. I've heard the corner speeds are a lot slower this year, so hopefully those lap times will be a bit more realistic for everyone, not just the AI. So, let's see, it's qualifying. Need to finish on pole. Well, let's see what we can do. 210 miles an hour, just hit that. Coming up behind Buemi, gave him a little slight tap. He is in the way quite a bit, but at least we can go past him quite smoothly. We're on the red option tyre, which is the super softs around here. Prime tyre is the yellow walled soft tyre. So not going too bad around these corners. apart from this one, I'm going quite wide here. And I'll say this is my first race with traction control off, so I may be slightly slower than I usually would be, but I don't seem to be doing too bad. Having setup helps me keep the car on the track. A bit more downforce probably than usual, maybe, especially with these corners. Try and go around them as quick as I can. That bit usually catches me out, but once you get used to it, it's quite an interesting set of corners. So 115.9 on a second sector split in sector 3 now. Keep going, we need to beat a 142 at the moment. That's not going to be the final time for the AI, but this is only my first lap. I'm trying to save the tyres for the race mainly. And what we've got, a 136.5, much improved on our practice time. So 5th, quite respectable, not too bad, considering I'm not a great qualifier in the first place. Hopefully I can work on that in 2012. But Hamilton's got the pole, only 2/10 faster, so not really that far off the pace. So I'm feeling pretty confident with this traction control business. I did get a little bit of practice in beforehand, but I never actually have had a race yet, so these last 4 races of the season will be with my traction control off. It's a new experience for me, because I've never ever taken it off before in any other game. But it seems to be working in this game. I mean, you know, again, I know it's not realistic. I mean, if you drove it like a real F1 car, or it handled like a real F1 car, you would spin a lot more often, depending on how you apply the throttle. But anyway, enough of that debate. Let's get on with the race. Hamilton's on pole. Spuds is in 5th. Webber is down in 7th, just behind me, and Barrichello is down there in 14th somewhere. You know what Barrichello is like by now. So we wait for the lights. 5 lights, and we're off. Quite a long pause there, but we're off. Not too bad. Not too much wheel spin. Going around the outside. Try not to hit anyone. Still on the track at least. Cutting across onto the inside of Hamilton, and we've taken the lead. Not bad if I say so myself. Could definitely have been worse. But Hamilton's coming straight back with that straight line speed that McLaren's got, compared to my Williams. I knock him slightly wide. Bit of a tap. We're going side by side down to turn 4. Who's going to win? Who can brake latest and get on the inside into the next corner? He's on the outside, I'm on the inside. He hasn't got any chances yet, and he'll have to challenge me again another time. So I'll take the lead again. First sector time. Well, the first sector. The gap between me and Hamilton is 6/10, and between Hamilton and Vettel is another 6/10. So pretty even gap. I mean, there's not going to be much difference because it is literally the start of the race and everyone is bunched up, as you would expect. But just keep it on track and I'll be okay. Hopefully. Eventually I'll come off the track somewhere, I bet. Like, almost there, almost, and then just cut the corner. Typically. Sometimes the first laps can be a bit dodgy for me. I'm just like, yeah, got to get away from these guys, and they're actually right on my tail as usual. And then I end up pushing it a bit too far and go off wide or on the grass or something stupid like that. But still, looks like Hamilton's going to go for the attack again. I think I may have used up a bit of curves there. I usually use it to defend on this straight. Moving over to the left to get the best line into the corner. I sort of try and do the one manoeuvre thing that they have to do in real life. Like, you can only go off the race line or change the direction once, because you're not allowed to do it twice. And, you know, do excessive weaving, which can create a dangerous... oh, bit of a slip on the back rear wheels there, which allows Hamilton to get past, almost. Bit of another tap. Almost side by side going around these corners. Oh, ooh, that was quite... You may not... I don't know how many of you saw that, but my back end really tried to slide out there. Again, more tapping. No one's getting any damage though, so that's all good. Turning into quite a battle on lap 2. I don't want to give him too much distance. Back end snapping out a bit again. Traction control off, presenting a whole new challenge. Trying to keep it on the track and be competitive. But yeah, as I say, I tried to do the one move thing, as Vettel's having a look as well. Just to make it seem a bit more real. But you know, whatever. You don't need to worry about that. I'm a bit tired. I finished work, and it's like 8:30 in the morning. Let's go off the inside of Hamilton, forcing him wide there. Oh man, being a bit cheeky there. Didn't quite leave him the room, but we got the place back. And whoa, gotta be careful. You ride those curbs too harshly, and especially in the wet, you'll spin that car around. So going around nicely, a little bit wheel spin. Getting more used to the application of the throttle. I mean, it's quite hard on a gamepad, because you know when you're driving, you're used to doing with your pedals in a real life car, and so doing it with your fingers on the controller is something else to get used to. But with enough practice, you always get there. You have to be patient. You can suffer a lot of crashes and anger before you get to that point. But once you get there, it's so rewarding. It's unbelievable. So let's see. Fastest lap for 1:38.6. Not too shabby. Hamilton's coming up again. I can hear him. He's moving up on the outside. It's not going to happen. So I slow down quite a bit for that corner and then accelerate away as fast as I can. It's looking good so far. If we can keep all these people behind us, it would be amazing. Still quite a bunch up though. There's only about 3 or so cars off the back end of that midfield. And you obviously got the back markers as usual. You got another load of 3 cars. So those must be the back marker teams in general. Force India mixed in there, because the Virgins are more of a midfield team this year. In the game, of course, not real life. But yeah, I can't really break away from these guys, because some of these circuits, the AI is quite fast. The other circuits, the AI is quite slow. I don't really know much about this track. I've only driven it twice because it's in my career. A bit of a slip on the back end there again, lets Hamilton through. So side by side coming round here, but I've got to go right into the pits, get my prime tyres on. And I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. Let's see how this pit stop goes. The pit lane is clear, so hopefully we shouldn't get any traffic. So 4.3, not too bad, not too shabby for this game. I wonder how quickly they'll be in 2012, considering that McLaren done a 2.4, 2.3 pit stop a couple of weeks ago. So we joined back in 16th. D'Ambrosio is in front of us, Buemi is behind us. Hopefully most of them should be going into the pits and we will leapfrog them. Got to make sure I don't mess up too much. Don't want to go wide like that too often because the chances of the wheel spin are increased because there's less grip. Yes, so what's going on in the F1 world? Not a lot still. I think quite a few teams are on their 2-week break still. Lotus have gone back to work as of yesterday, Monday the 20th. They've had their 2 weeks and are getting prepared, ready to travel to Spa next week, sometime next week, 1st, 2nd of September, that sort of time. Came around quite quickly. I mean, this month of no F1 is quite a struggle for all fans, but we'll get to it, get through it. Hopefully it should be a cracker of a second half of the season. I'd like to see Kimi win at Spa, that would be amazing. But either way, I don't really have any particular favourite. I mean, I always like Button, I want him to do well. But I really think Alonso is going to win this year. Unless his form dramatically drops for some reason in the second half of the season, I can't see anyone really matching his getting close to him in the points tally. Schumacher got past, but quite aggressive. Not too bad. Hit him on the side, trying to go in the inside. But not too bad. I gave that place back to him. I didn't want to push it too hard. And again, I pushed him. Being a bit aggressive today. I don't know why. Maybe I was angry. I don't know. Or tired, either one. But Schumacher's got away with it, and he's off in the distance. Webber? What's Webber doing? Webber's flown past me, hang on. I'm pretty sure that's still Schumacher in front. Yes, it is. So that means, if I'm correct, that Webber is out of the race. He must have stopped around there somewhere and retired. So that helps us immensely in our chase for the Constructors title. Even though we're stuck down in 7th, it depends. All depends where Vettel is. It looks like he's up the front somewhere. But the front runners are coming in for their pit stops. See how many people we can pass on the way there. A lot of them seem to be coming out the pits. Well, a few of them seem to be coming out the pits already. Vettel was in 1st. Where's everyone now? Webber's in 24th, so yes, he's definitely out of the race. That won't help his chances of getting 2nd in the championship, but we can only wait and see where Rosberg finishes. Because he is 3rd, and I can hear someone coming up behind me. I believe that's the Sauber of Kobayashi. I'm not going to get past on this corner. F1 is definitely faster than me. I think my setup is too much geared too much towards downforce, and that is affecting me in the straight line. I could, oh god, back end kicked out again. Saved it nicely. So currently we're in 3rd, Schumacher 2nd. Who is in 1st? I guess it's Vettel. I don't really know who's in 1st at the minute, but I assume it is Sebastian. Let's see if we can hold on to this 3rd place at least. I very much doubt we'll catch up to them. It will take one hell of a drive to catch up, especially in this car that's not very fast in a straight line. Compared to the Mercedes, it's not going to do well unless I get the RS on him. But I am not within that 1 second window. So let's use up the rest of the curves as we go across the start finish line. Let's have a look at my tyre wear. It's not too shabby. I only got 3 laps to go. Yep, Vettel's up in front, Schumacher's 2nd, Spud's 3rd, Kobayashi 4th, and Webber has retired. I don't know about any other retirements, but you definitely see your rivals And Sauber goes screaming past, but I've got the inside line. Bit of a lock up on the front right tyre, but nothing too bad. It was only a mini lock up. I don't think flat spots exist in this game, or I don't even think they're going to exist in 2012 yet. I'm not sure. We'll only know once we play the damn game. Look, Kobayashi has fallen victim to Hamilton. Hamilton's on the way back up front. I just need to hold on to this third place to at least get a podium. But it's going to be a lot of defending to do in the last few laps. Especially as he's applying the pressure to me. He's within a second of me. He could easily get DRS and pass me on that long straight. And if I don't defend it well enough, he's going to take that position and run away with it. Yes, Hamilton is within the second zone. He is 900th of a second behind. Schumacher has run off with a gap of 4.1 seconds. Best lap is still a 1:38.6. Not great considering Vettel's setting the fastest lap and I don't know where he's gone. He is going around corner 2. Yeah, corner 2, turn 2. He's that dot on the map that's coming up to the end of that longest straight there. Towards that hairpin now. I can hear Hamilton, he's coming up. And there's the arrows. But I'm not moving, I'm defending my line. Picking my line and sticking to it. Actually, my fastest lap has gone up slightly. I'm trying. But that is to be expected when your fuel load drops away. Your car gets lighter and ultimately you're faster. So you can't read too much into that, especially if it only improves by a few tenths of a second. Holding the gap to Schumacher, but unless I close the gap, nothing's going to happen in the order. Schumacher's pretty much set for finishing second, and Vettel looks like he's going to win. With 3 laps to go, or 2.5 laps to go. Doesn't look hopeful for the win, definitely, unless they both retire. So our objective is to hold on to that third place. You see, Schumacher's gained about a second from the little mistakes I made in the last section, or sector, whatever you want to call it. But Hamilton is within about half a second now. He's definitely going to get DRS. Yep, 4 tenths. Yep, don't I know it, engineer. Don't I know it. Let's see, Hamilton will probably be on attack again this lap. Yep, there he is already. Oh. I'm sort of trying to be in the middle. I don't know which way to defend. As I say, I do try and stick with the one move rule, but sometimes I can be a bit cheeky. But I was right up the middle there. The 2 McLarens were almost side by side with me going to the end of that straight, and Button has taken Hamilton as I run off wide into the grass. Button is right up my backside. I've got to be really careful now, because obviously with the traction control off, tyre wear is more of a factor. Because it's going to be easier for my wheels to spin. It's going to be easier for me to spin out. So this is me being careful, trying to more keep it on the track and not lose so many positions. Trying to get that podium finish, that third place. Bit wide on there. It's allowed Button to close up a little bit more, but still in his way, so we can't exactly make a move just yet. He's looking to make a move on this straight. He's maybe going up the inside, but he's backed out, it seems. Oh, right, slightly wide. That's what happens when you get your tyres on the wrong side of the track. And Button has streamed past, and Hamilton's having to go as well. Up on the inside line. into the back of Button. Tried slowing down, but just didn't have the brakes to stop me from hitting him. Just sliding past the back mark here, Lewitzy. He was no trouble at all, at least. So we kept Hamilton behind. Let's see if we can try and get that place back from Button. If we can't do it, or stay on his back for the next few corners, I think I'm going to lose that position. Yeah, he's already... He's bolted. He's gone. He's already got the gap up to nearly a second. And now I have to defend 4th place. But, oh, going wide again. It's not going to help our cause. Hamilton is lying in wait. Let's see what we can do. Let's try and keep that man behind us. It's the final lap. Going around the last sector. Around 14 and 15. Sebastian Vettel has won the race. Schumacher has finished 2nd, and Button is going to come home in 3rd. Can we just hold on to this 4th place for the final few hundred yards? Yes, we can. And there's Hamilton. There's everyone just behind, waiting to see if I made a mistake. But yes, there we go. Finished 4th. Gained 1 position. Not too bad, not too bad. It's not going to help us in the constructors, but we are still slightly in the lead. At least I hope so. Barrichello down in the 11th there. Again, just out of the points. And there you go. Rosberg and Webber both didn't finish, so no real change in the top 2 and 3. Webber and Rosberg still on the same points. Let's see if Hamilton can come up. He's only 5 points behind Rosberg. Barrichello down in 15th with 16 points. A few more than last year, but still not amazing in a car that is actually quite good this season. But oh well. There we go. We're only 15 points ahead of Red Bull. I think that's 15. So it's going to be tight. And unfortunately they've got 2 cars that are regularly in points, whereas Williams have only got 1, and that's me. I'd be very surprised if Barrichello can come and join me in the points, so I have to really go for the win. And there's a failed objective. Yes, of course. We love these failed objectives. The same the same cutscene over and over again. How many times does this cameraman need to be pushed away for him to learn that I don't want to talk to anyone? Right, emails, contract withdrawn from Virgin. That's a shame. Yeah. I wish... Is there an option to decline? I don't think there is. I mean, I wasn't going to accept it anyway, so... No loss. So, next stop, India. Round 17, only 3 races to go. I'll see you next time.